Right, smart movers. I'm talking to the entrepreneurs today because what do I look? I look over here. I talk to the entrepreneurs today because the fastest way to fail in business is to actually be an employee in your own business, to not look at tools, systems, and processes that make you expand quicker, and automating things like lead generation and where are you getting your customers from, and going niche, right? Not talking to everybody, talking to just a few. And when you talk to just a few, even better, if you talk to one person in that niche, that's your niche. I had to niche down the Smart Movers Club. I had to niche it down to literally small developers and investors. That's who we talk to now. I used to talk to remote workers. I'm talking to retirees. I'm talking to 35 to 55. I'm talking to everybody in the space. And then we're not talking to anyone at the same time because you are using all these resources and you can't target anyone. So all you're doing is wasting time, energy, and money. And you know how important that is in business. Also, setting up systems and processes to run your business for you so you could pull yourself out of the business and really actually expand it. You need your own creative juices not to be working within your business every day. And you see it with the mom and pop shop. They put all their money into making a pizza shop and they're working in it, sweat, hard, blood, tears daily, and they end up retiring from their own mom and pop shop, which they own. No, the business owns them. I see it in my own family. My uncle has a restaurant. He is in there day in and day out. Now, some people are passionate about it, but you don't expand businesses by working within your own business. It just doesn't work. You have to look at the thing like a corporation. You have to look at the thing like you're ready to expand it. One of the ways that I learned this, and I learned it early on in starting a few startups that I started, and because I was digging, I was, writing articles every day, making sure that I post a video. And you're going to hear guys like Gary V say, be there every day. People want to see you every day. And I'm sure that's true because you're building a base, you're building a community and a loyalty. You want to build a quote unquote tribe online. I get that, right? But at what point do you expand? Did you turn around and ask Gary V? Did you say, hey, Gary V, how many employees do you have? And I'm sure he's going to say he has someone that does post-production, pre-production, writes the marketing, writes this, writes the post, publishes the post. You don't have that. So you can't just live on the basis of do it, hustle, hustle, hustle. The shit, you'll be burnt out and you're really not producing anything. So how do you build a business that's automated, and how do you think about expansion and funding and growing that thing beyond you and your cousins? All right. So first of all, I got to shout out Dan Kennedy. If you know Dan Kennedy is probably a god in marketing, a pioneer of this, especially direct response marketing, where you're talking to the right person with the right message at the right time. That's really what the goal is in any business. You're not talking to everyone. In fact, you want to say no to customers. You want to be able to put yourself in a position that says, you're not my customer. Move away. If you don't earn $150,000 and you're not a doctor and you don't live in this, you're not my customer. That's just how it is. And we have to be very careful and serious about what our USP is. Unique selling proposition. We have to be clear about it. So I was a part of the magnetic marketing bunch. I signed up, got newsletters, the No B.S. marketing. I love Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy tells it straight and tells it quick. So I have to move. I'm moving probably within the next month or so. And I'm kind of clearing out my books. You see them all in the back. There's a whole other stash, and I got 2 more boxes of books. I'm clearing them out. And for the entrepreneurs today that really wants to build a business but not let the business run them, they actually want to run a business, set up processes, understanding their market, their avatar, and really setting up those systems behind the scene to lead generate, to get the leads, to close them, to bring them through a pipeline, to close them on whatever business. I got something special for you. So I got to get rid of a lot of books, and I was just about to put this stuff on eBay and start turning the key on them, but I have the entire Dan Kennedy startup for you, and we're going to go through the books right now. This is Dan Kennedy, the ultimate marketing plan, and I'm going to sell these as a lot. So if you want them, I got a great deal. On eBay, I was going to put them for $120 altogether. But for my YouTube folks, whoever wants it, email me at hello@smartmoversclub.com. And I'll give it to you for $100 even plus shipping. You got to pay shipping. So the ultimate marketing plan, and I'll get the weight of all of this. Then we got the Superman syndrome. This is good. This is that identity. You have an identity inside you, and you can't think that you're smaller than the people that you're selling to. You think that you can't sell a $100,000 product because your mind thinks that you're a $5 menu type of person, and that's all in your identity. So this is what that book teaches you right there. This is maximum referrals. If you're in the services industry, want to go into services industry, or even not, referrals are where the money is, and this book teaches you. In fact, I don't even think I opened it, so this is new. All right, the ultimate sales letter. Now, I did read this book a couple of times. There's probably a little coffee stain right there, but it's great. It's a great book, great condition, and this right here, you got to know how to write. There's another book that I have in my lot too, where it teaches you, the headline, examples of text and creativity, because you got to be able to capture the audience. You got to speak their language and capture the audience that you want. All right, then we got powerful presentations. This one's still going for like $15 new online. I think I probably read half of it. Yeah, because I got a page earmark there, but it's great condition. Powerful presentation, the no holds barred plan to selling anything with webinars, online media, speeches. Man, you gotta look up Dan Kennedy. Genius. All right, and a lot of these marketers that you learn from and everything like that, like this gentleman right here, this guy right here, Russell Brunson, he was a Dan Kennedy student as well. In fact, he purchased, I think he owns the No B.S. brand right now in partnership with Dan Kennedy. So that's how much he learns from him. All right, so this one is the direct marketing. Take no prisoners, direct marketing for non-direct marketing business, right? So you think that you're not in business, where we got to market directly to the people that we want. That's that. Then we got trust-based marketing. Man, I got all of these. This is a good one right here. Then I got the No B.S. brand building, right? You guys want to build your brand. It's not hustle all the time. Like, you really got to have strategy and creativity and a purpose behind everything you do, everything you say. So we got to think more strategic in our business. It's not just about, hey, you know what? I just got to get a TikTok out there today, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, this one's great. This one's Make Them Believe. This is about that. I think they told a story about the goat testicles that this doctor that wasn't even a doctor was able to sell. So the 21 principles and lost secrets of Dr. J.R. Brinkley's style of marketing, man. He took that style back in the day, and everybody was thinking that goat testicles made them younger or whatever, could have solved a lot of conditions. All right, here's goes direct response social media marketing. You think it doesn't pertain to right now in this day and age? You got to be bugging. This one right here is earmarked again, so definitely was reading this. Great conditions these books are, but you want to talk about social media. It says if you're not focusing on converting traffic into sales, you might as well set your money on fire. And I see a lot here on YouTube. This guy that I was watching, I just happened to click on him. I guess he does a lot of explorations in Philippines. He goes a lot of different places, tests the food, tries the food. He's a foodie, right? So he has a lot of people, subscriptions. I think probably over 500K, right? The man's doing his thing. And he was complaining that the algorithm changed in YouTube. And as the algorithm changed, he started seeing a direct fall off in the viewership of his new videos. He would type like the exact title that he had inside of YouTube, and he would come up like 21st on the page. other videos that didn't even have the same titles will come up in front of him. So he was saying, damn, I dropped off of YouTube. Well, here's the real problem, soldier. The real problem is that sometimes we depend so much on these systems and these platforms that could change anytime. Change your code, your viewership is dropped. Your subscription is lower. You know, you don't get that much ad money no more. You know, the sponsorships are falling off. And all of those 500K viewers and subscribers that you have, they're gone in the wind. You can't contact them. They're not seeing you. It doesn't matter because you don't own them. YouTube owns them. YouTube shares where they need to go and what they need to see. This is the first battle that I think entrepreneurs were dealing with, is that we put so much sweat and hard work in these platforms that need us. The content creators, these platforms needs us to breathe life and lightness in their whole thing. This is why it works. YouTube works because people like you that watches videos and people like me that creates videos and vice versa, right? So we give them the data and they keep your people. So I told the gentleman, I said, well, the best thing you should have done is get them to another platform, your website, whatever it is. I go to his website, it's a link tree, linking out to other platforms. So that's why I have a newsletter. I have the Smart Movers Club. You could go to smartmoversclub.com. Every video tells you to go to smartmoversclub.com. I don't even really want to tell you to subscribe if I don't tell you first to go to smartmoversclub.com. And that's where we send you a newsletter every week tracking huge government spends, projects, capex, corporate moves, private equity, so you see where the money's going in America. We scour and search everywhere in America for opportunities for you to make or move money. That's it. So head over to smartmoversclub.com. Let's go. Speak and Sell. This one's a good one. Dan Kennedy, I figured out how he got to write so many books. What he does, he partners with other authors. So they're writing the book together and then boom, he throws his name on it. But anyway, this is a great one too, because you have to learn the ability to speak and communicate well and communicate so that it hits a target. I had a speaking engagement a few years ago and they said it was all sizzle and I didn't land it. And I was like, damn, how can I really turn the page on that? And that's when I started to A, Toastmasters, B, learning how to communicate well when you talk about business, especially when you need to have sales, get sales and close deals. You need to speak to sell. So that book comes with the package. Hey, we're almost done. 12 minutes in and we're not even done. That's how many books I have. The Wealth Attraction, right? In the New Economy. Adopt new business realities, gain extreme marketplace advantage. This one's good too, becoming a money magnet in business, all right? People want to give you their money. It is what it is. People want to give you their money. There's so much money in the world. There's no scarcity. Anyone that's telling you and they're preaching that scarcity mindset, get off of their shit, okay? Here we go. Sales success. This is where you should probably start first, We got to learn sales. The sales is the big part of the game. You're selling yourself. You're selling your business on a daily basis. Boom. There's an index card in here. Shh. Let me pull that out, bro. Let me pull that out. I was going to sell it with the index. Okay. Here we go. This one is Ruthless Management. Now, this is the one where it gets you off of working in your business and on your business, okay? You got to work on your business, not in your business. Leadership, how to gain employees, profitable employees, hire, start paying for performance, not just for showing up. I love that. You don't want to hire warm bodies, man. You want people to actually perform in your business. So this will teach you holding productive meetings, managing the processes that you have in your business. This one, business success in the new economy. All right, now this is almost on the same line. Power positioning, networking, strategic alliances, joint ventures, and that's what he does. This one actually was highlighting some stuff, so you could tell Striz was reading this bad boy. All right, here we go. Price strategy. This one's a good one too. No B.S. price strategy. This one, you're selling too low. If you are tinkering with price and price is your only feature, you got a problem here. You got a problem here if price, you're down to the Walmart, Amazon. You see a lot of people right now, they're like, man, I want to go sell into Amazon FBA. Even my brother came to me, help me build something for Amazon FBA. I'm like, Amazon FBA? You better have something unique. You better have something patented that you're going on there with, that only you have it, where you can set the price. Because if you're playing the price game with your items from China, Alibaba, or something that you just want to flip on there, you're playing the price game. And that pricing game, if you're in it, you always lose, because you're going to always go to the bottom to try to beat the next person, Your margins are going to get thin till you don't got none. So this is a great book for that. And time management. Woo! I'm glad this one's last, because we about to get off of this right now. Time management for entrepreneurs. This one's a big one. And this one's important because you got to block off people. You got to block out your time. Time is the most valuable asset, as you know. Each day we get older, we grow older, we mature more, but we still doing the same shit as if we had all the time in the world when we were 4 years old. We're not. So what does that mean? Click off the phone. It doesn't matter who's texting. Don't text them back when you hear the beep. And that's why I love Do Not Disturb, because you don't even hear the beep. You don't even see the notifications. It's just pure quietness around. You got to schedule time to work. You got to schedule time to play. You got to schedule time to rest and do all that spiritual things. And if anything bleeds over, you shut it down, you disconnect. If anyone wants to steal that time, you shut them down and you disconnect. These are the rules of the game if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to just take it to the next level. This is what this entire package will do for you. Now, like I said, I got the entire marketing system here as well. And I got, the vault. The vault. This is professional practice. This is the vault. I think I spent like $500 for these too. So if you want the books, this is a whole different price right here. Just give me an offer. Head over to hello at smartmoversclub.com. You could I'm gonna put these up on eBay either way. So if I put them up and they sell, oh well. But if you do hit me up and you want the package or you want the lot, give me an offer. And we could work out something, and I will send it to you. Of course, you got to take care of shipping. That's just how it goes. All right, I wanted it to be a quick one, but I got too many Dan Kennedy book. And if you don't know who's Dan Kennedy, again, the pioneer of marketing in business and entrepreneurship, the pioneer of direct response, the pioneer of the ultimate sales letter. There's a bunch of people too that's great up there with him. Gary Bencilaga, I think Benciega. You got, is it Gary Halper? You got a lot of dudes that are up there on the same level, but I always put Dan Kennedy just a little above it because he just kept pumping out the information, and that's what I love. All right, peace.